Thank you, Dr. Neha Kakkar and Dr. Tulia Sriha. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. This is the 1820th day of continuous webinar conducted by International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. Today, our guest is Dr. SADAT from Kerala. Let us begin the session with 1 minute silent prayer. Thank you all. The International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy comprises of homeopathic lovers, students, and doctors, and we have 3 sessions every day. The first session of the day is already over in Hindi from 7:30 to 8:30. From 8:30 to 9:30, we have the international session in English, and from 9:30 to 10:30, local language session in Malayalam. We are uploading the videos of the same on the very next day itself so that those who missed the session can watch it again. You can subscribe the same without paying any money. You can share it with anyone who loves homeopathy. The purpose of this forum is to take homeopathy to every home around the world. And as you all know that the International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy is celebrating its 5th anniversary on September 28th of this year. That is just a month ahead. And we will be very happy to have all of you register for the same, and hope the registration fee for the same is just 3,000 because it is being conducted at the one of this 5-star hotel, that is Taj Vivenda at Cochin, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So there will be a lot of discussion, lot of presentations, a lot of one-to-one meeting, and there are discussion on various subjects, and there will be an interactive session with the students of homeopathy as well as junior doctors with the eminent doctors from international side also. And at the end, we will have an entertaining program. And so hope all of you will join us. And the 3,000 rupees for registration up to August 31st, and thereafter there will be a slight rise of 3,500 onwards. So hope all of you will register. Otherwise, you can sponsor some children's students also, because the purpose is to make confidence amongst our junior doctors as well as the students of homeopathy. They are the future of homeopathy. So kindly sponsor and you can contribute. And already we are giving the details of our accounts in our group. So kindly do as far as possible. And let me come to today's guest. It is none other than Dr. Sada Said, one of the eminent personalities from Kerala, who is having excellent practice and is practicing at Cochin as well as Aluva. Both are in Ernakulam district in Kerala. And his clinic's name itself is a beautiful one. That is Dr. Said's Homeopathy. And he is a leader of various organization. He was one of the teaching faculty, leading teaching faculty at ISK, that is Institution of Homeopathy Kerala. But now he is an official at the QFA, that is Qualified Homeopathic Doctors Association, which is also having doing excellent seminars every year, and as well as monthly seminar. So he has more than 27 years of clinical experience, and he is one of the person who has taken in all sessions of IFBA, that is in Hindi, English, as well as in Malayalam. That is that kind of a personality he is. And so he has discussed a different subject in these forums, has taken most number of sessions in this forum. And today, Doctor will be talking about the management of respiratory diseases with homeopathy. So that's a very, very good subject to look into. So kindly support Dr. Sadat sir. You can have the question and answer session in the last part. We proudly welcome Dr. Sadat Said to this session. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Dinesh, for the lovely introduction. Back again to English, and thank you so much. Uh, See what is happening is I know homeopathy is practiced in it. Everyone has a different ways of doing it. Ultimate is the patient has to be better. Okay, they have a lot of Dr. Shankaran's method, Dr. Praful's method, lot of other that international fames also there. So what we have to do is we have to just get into the patients and take the case and give medicines. But at times what happens is, can you hear me? Everyone can hear me, no?
Yes, yes, everything fine.
Okay. At times what happens is we get stuck. Juniors, everyone. Most of the time we don't get. Most of the time we don't get symptoms, or we get one or two symptoms, or we get only PQRS symptoms. So what to do at that time? That is the basic things, because we can talk and talk and talk and talk a lot of the theoretical part, how to take case. I am not against any way of taking the cases, but my approach is little different. That My approach is little different, but I respect all the medicines what you people give, everyone give. But what happens is most of the time clinics are
Yes.
busy. So one other time we don't get time to take cases, or we don't know what to do with the cases. So we just search for a single case and we have to finish it off faster and get moving in the case, and the case has to be better also. Okay. So in that situations, how do I manage? Okay. And for me, I go for the little different type of approach, a lot of different cases, different medicines, which is a common medicine for me, but most of them might be hearing for the first time, or everyone will be doing it, especially juniors. So please bear with me. This is how I manage. I'm not going to the theory part of it. Okay. See what happens is patient
Topic
comes
there.
to a, can you
First,
hear me?
first basic offer. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is the basic thing which comes to a clinic, right? In the respiratory complaints, the patient comes with the cough. It could be after fever or just cough. So what to do? Take the case in detail. If you can get all the miasmatic, constitution, acute, this one, go for the acute symptom, sensation, location sensation, modalities, and QPR. This one, uh, particular special symptoms. If you get it, well and good. If not, take the case in detail and go for it. Okay, theories, I'm not going for it. This is total, this one's. Huh. Okay, most of the cases, what happens is patient mother or father comes and tell me the dry cough aggravation only on the night. So we can ask maximum is it before midnight, early evenings, or after midnight, and other things, and the other features of the cough. Patient might not might tell, or may not give you more explanation. So what happens is you get a point. What is the time of the aggravation? Aggravation kids at night. You know a lot of medicines. Drosera is there, Hyoscyamus is there, many more medicines are there in the this one. Why a lot of medicines. But with my experiences, what I have given it is chamomilla comes first for me. Aggravation, kids at night, Drosera is there, Hyoscyamus is there. I will explain how to differentiate all that with one or two symptoms. Okay, aggravation of the kids at cough, aggravation kids at night. Chamomilla and Juglans regia. There is a medicine called Juglans regia, and Juglans regia is one of the best medicine for axillary abscess also. Okay, give it very frequently, or if you get one or two, if you can give it once or twice, the abscess also will go. Plus, it is one of the best medicine for aggravation of the kids at night. And you might get the other symptom is cough aggravation lying on the back. We have another medicines, a lot of other medicine. I'm not going for the common medicines or the regular medicines which we use. Nexomica, the first thing I get is aggravation of the cough, dry cough, aggravation on the back is my common medicine will come as an Nexomica. And it gives one of the beautiful results, potency depending on the sensitivity and the severity of the cough. If it's if the pathology is involved, you go for the lower potency. If there's a bronchitis or anything, go for the lower potency and frequent repetition. Or you can go for higher potency with the less repetitions. Okay, if the patient or parents comes and tells you the cough aggravates when the kid or person lies on the left side, phosphorus is one of the best medicines possible. You can think about it. Phosphorus is a polycrust which you can think about in almost every case from running nose to fever. So this is the cough aggravation on the left side. This must be the maybe the one of the symptoms we get it, or we have the time to take it from the patients, or we just get it from the parents. Everyone will come and tell you cough is very bad, cough is night, barking, all that is there, but happens only when aggravates only on the left side. So phosphorus is PQRS medicine for that. Phosphorus is indicated medicines. And cough, bronchitis, COPD or anything, aggravation in old people could be due to the tobacco, anything. Aggravation in the old case, pathology is high. Think about these three medicines along with other medicine. I'm not telling that okay, these medicines are bad or good or anything, but I have got more results with this. Okay. Creosote, the spelling is wrong. Creosote is one of the best medicines. Okay. Creosote, especially in winter, especially in Europe or anything, that's even in Kerala or this side, that high range area of the Kerala, creosote can be thought about in one of the best medicine for the cold climate coughs. Okay, winter. Okay, winter cough with pressure on the sternum. Okay, winter, if it's more, the cough is more, and the pressure or any congestion or tightness around the sternum, cough with the tightness around the sternum, if it's aggravates in the winter, creosote can be thought about it. Okay, another altitude or nephritis is something which can be given in a winter climates or cold climates. Hepasulf is there. Lot of other medicines are there. I'm not denying it. Go for it if you get a clear symptom. But these are the medicines you can also think about it. These are the medicines gives one of wonderful results. Soranum is also one of the best medicine for the cold climate. This one, running nose, a chronic running nose. You take out the boric and read it gives an italics. The one word, this one sentence or one line medicine could be this, but you try it out, it will give you much better results. It is all from the readings and from the collection of the seniors also. You try it out. We tried in lot of cases. And old people, Senega. Old people, Senega is one of the best medicines. And Senega was a lifesaver for many cases during COVID. Okay, if the CT shows the 25, 18, 25 with glass kind of appearance of the lung in COVID, that is showing it now also with the fibrosis of the lungs. COPD, bronchitis with the fibrosis. This one, if you take an X-ray or CT, if you get this fibrosis or glass-like appearance or broken glass appearance, nowadays the new generation cars show that broken appearance. Senega is the one of the best medicines. Without Senega, I would have I can clearly vouch without Senega, maybe 4 to 5,000 patients I have treated during COVID. 50% would have gone. I have treated the cases in ICU. I have treated the cases that only if the patient calls up from the ICU or the accompanying or bystanders calls me up from the ICU. We don't get much of the symptoms. We just get this CT scan they send it. Okay, what is the symptom? 90% of COVID has the same symptom. What is the stage? Doctor has called, told that we can't do anything. So get into coffin or anything of that sort. We don't get it. So this is the condition where we can give Senega. I'm not saying that oxygen reduction or something on that saturation of oxygen reduction comes in. Even in that case, Seneca is one of the best medicine. Aspidosperma or Vanadium, I will explain to it. Okay. And Hyposianum. How can anyone treat with old age COPD the cases? Hyposianum. Spelling is HIPPOZEANIUM. Hyposianum is one of the best medicines which you can think about it. You don't get any medicine. Hyposianum will get back the patient to you. At least blindly, if you give it also, you can get a 50% reduction in all the symptoms in old age cases. Okay. I'm moving to next slide. And Viburnum prunifolium. Viburnum opulus is also very good. Viburnum prunifolium is one of the best medicine. You can give it in 30, you can give it in tinctures. Viburnum prunifolium is one of the best medicine for night coughs. Okay, night cough, you give this medicine, 100%, at least 80 to 90% of the cases get immediate relief. If you don't get any other symptoms or anything, when you get a clear-cut acute totality, go for it. If you don't get acute totality, get only one symptom or two symptoms, which is rest of the things are very common. This becomes prominent. Think about it. Okay. Homeopathy is very simple. Ipetorium. Ipetorium is a spasmodic cough, as if constricted bronchial, dry cough in the morning, night loose cough with asthma. Ipetorium we hardly think, right? Ipetorium we think only on the viral fevers with a severe body complaint. So those cases also you can think about it. Ipetorium. Ipetorium, you can tell all the bones and body parts are brittle or broken. Same happens in the lungs also. Okay, severe cough with body has to shake, or all the pains, everything is high. More, think about Ipetorium also. Another medicine is Pix liquida. Pix liquida, great cough medicine, bronchial irritation after influenza. What are the other medicines we can think about in after influenza? Eriodiction. Eriodiction is another one. Lactic acid is another one. Okay, Natrum salicylicum, that is another one. Natrum mur, that is another beautiful medicine. All the medicines are coming. I'm just explaining when it comes to my mind. Pix liquida. Pix liquida is can be thought in the range of Antiumtar typicac, Antiumtar typicac, Antimas, Antimsulfuratum, and all those kind of medicines. So Pix liquida is another one medicine. Osmium, noise, dry, hard cough coming from low down, shaking whole body. A barking cough, we tell them. It comes from the lower down like a diaphragm. Epigastric, little above epigastric is the diaphragms. Okay. So when the patient will come and tell you that cough starts from the lower part of the lungs, it extends to the top. Okay. So and the pain in the larynx, viral fever, very common. osmium and expectoration with the stingy mucus. Most of the people come and tell you stingy mucus, dry, difficult to bring it out. And peculiar symptom is its cough starts from the lower part, mostly around the diaphragm. Okay. Santonin, knife cough in children with a history of worms. Most of the kids gets it with a history of the worms. Santonin also important, and incontinence and dysuria in enuresis with grinding of teeth, and if there is a history of worms, this is the only medicine you can think about it and you get a beautiful result. So try all these medicines. I am not saying that whatever the way of prescription or case taking, detailing, single medicines, yes, everything is has its own space. It also has to be tried. But I am not saying that I'm saying that Matria Medica is so vast, Boric and Kent and every place we have got 3 to 4,000 medicines in the kitty. Try all this. Okay. Menthol. Menthol is a cough with stabbing pain radiating entire chest. It is like Drosera natramur. Natramur symptoms is stabbing, bursting, and that kind of a natramur symptoms come. Menthol 30 to 3. So whatever you wanted to give it, you can give it. Potency depending on the severity and sensitivity. That the only doctor can tell you. But mostly the potency is useful is 3x can be very useful. If you can get a tincture, that is also very good. 30. These three potencies are very useful. You can repeat the medicines, 2 hourly to QDS or 1 TDS, whatever the uh, uh, symptoms are or the severity. MACFOS causes spasmodic dry cough, difficulty lying down. Aggravation lying down is one of the difficult position of the MACFOS. And spasmodic MACFOS, no, we give the medicine for spasmodic pains, colic pains, for the pain relieving. Same thing. Spasmodic. The word spasmodic spreads around all of the core of MACFOS. Okay. Spasmodic cough, difficulty, aggravation, and lying down. I'm not telling you the lying down. Drosera, from Drosera to lot of medicines are there. At times you don't get anything. Give this MACFOS and see the result. Menda peperata, husky voice. It affects this one. It soothes our throat. Cough becomes less. It is almost like a what I call. We can tell that it is like a Vicks or Tulasi or whatever we take. No, it's like a instead of Vicks tablets or anything like that. This is a clear cut and beautiful medicines. Husky voice, tobacco smoke, aggravation, tobacco is also there. You have to think about tobacco also. If the cough is with the tobacco, smoke, aggravation, fog. Fog can be two, synthetic fog and the fog on the mountains. Okay, irritation in the suprasternal fossa. It comes from that is why it soothes. Okay, sorry. Aggravation from air to the larynx. From larynx it comes soothes, it comes goes into the throat, it goes into the chest. It has a soothing effect, it has a cold effect. Plus mentha peperata is one of the best medicine even for the fungal infections between the thighs and our testes and vagina. Okay, you can apply, you can use as an external application that gives you a much better result. You go to the boric, it is given in one word, aggravation or amelioration of applying this in vagina. We give a lot of other medicines. Fungal infections are common in temperate climates like Kerala and India most of the times. 90% of the people has this once in a while. Try this out. you can get rid of your antifungal ointments. Use this externally, and you can give the medicines also. And formalin, dyspnea, dry cough, formalin in hot water as vapor, valuable as therapeutic agents in dry cough. It's not me written, it is Boric written, one line. Try this out. What I will say is the italics or one line medicines, one line explanations of the medicine gives more value than 10 medicines in our repertory. If there is a repertory rubric with one medicine, that has to be taken little more seriously, and that can be given, and that will give you a much better result. When you repertorize the medicines, when you repertorize, if any rubric with one symptom, one medicine, with a rubric with one medicine, single medicine, that has to be given importance in selection of medicine, and try that medicine, and you will get a much better result. Okay. Bismuth. These are all the medicines I give it in clinic and every day. So which is better? I would say everything is better, depending on the symptoms we get or peculiar symptoms we get it. Bismuth, cough starts from the epigastric area. Again, diaphragm and lower was, what is that? Macphos. Okay. Okay, epitorium is also, osmium is also, cough expectation of the Stinchi nucleus. Here, mentha is also, I've explained it. Now, bismuth, cough starts from the epigastric area. Epigastric area comes where around the, it can be from the liver side, it can be from the, just below the sternum, where the hiatus hernia is also there. You have to think about it. If the cough comes and the irritation comes from epigastric area, you have to diagnose the case, whether the case has a hiatal hernia or any other acidity. So bismuth, cough starts with GERD. GERD or acidity or anything of that sort is there accompanying this. Bismuth is one of the best medicine even for GERD. Okay, radiating towards the left shoulder. So what can be thought about it? Bismuth, if we think about the medicine, rule out what? Cardiac problems also. So every medicine, once you think about it, medicine has to be thought about it in a diagnostic aspect also. Just don't give bismuth. If you have to diagnose the case, rule out there is no angina. With your stethoscope, keep the stethoscope properly and rule out the angina. If it's not there, think about GERD. That is also symptom has to be taken, case has to be taken. Rule out any acidity or nothing. If this cough radiates, in the acidity also we get cough. If the symptoms of if the pain radiates or cough radiates from this one and it is felt in the chest area or in the cardiac area, bismuth can be thought about it. Okay, Corallium rubrum. You know that everyone uses at least once in a while. Everyone would have used this Corallium rubrum. Sensitive to air, profuse aggravation with drooping cough. This has the almost like a Kali-like symptom. Cough with dropping this one, dropping of the this one, phlegm, posterior nails. Okay, posterior nails. If the phlegm comes up and the cough starts, along with all this, the dry cough, everything. Once this symptom is there, try Corallium rubrum, better than any Kali-like or any other medicines. Okay. Profuse aggravation with the dropping of through the posterior nails. Please forgive me for the spelling mistakes. Okay, my staff used to do the PPT for me, so I didn't get the time for the correction. So please forgive me for that. Spasmodic suffocating cough feels cold in deep inspiration. Inspiration has to be deeper. Another medicine we can think about is chlorella. In this chloralum, how can we differentiate it? Inspiration is very good, easy, and not gives a pain around the lungs area, but expect expiration is difficult. Inspiration is better, expiration is difficult. Patient will come and tell you, doctor, I cannot breathe out, as if something is there. When I start breathing out, I get pain. Chloralum is one of the best medicines. Okay. Spasm of vocal cord. If you have these symptoms along with the spasm of vocal cord, you get medicines. Okay, I've got 30 minutes more. Huh. Another medicines comes in antimonium group. I'm not taking antimonium tartars. You everyone know what is antimonium tart. Antimonium ars is also there. Another beautiful medicine in antimonium group is antimonium sulfurum auratum. Okay, don't tell me that you don't get this medicine. It is available even most of the places. At least in Kochi, it's available. Antimonium sulfurum auratum. You can give it in lower potency. It is almost 90% like antimony group. Okay. It has a tough mucus, stingy mucus. Okay. This has what I call antimonium tartus. Expectoration is more. You get mucus. Here the mucus is stingy. That is the difference. Okay. Antimonium symptoms, but the mucus is stingy. Think about this medicines. Another medicine I told you, lactic acid. Lactic acid is acidum lactic acid is you can think about it in cough also, but the lactic acid you can also think and which get best result is breast cancer. Okay, CA of the breast. What happens is after the this one chemo or anything or the breast taken off, scooped off, or with first grade or second grade of CA with axillary nodes involved and the pain radiating to your arms, think about it. Lactic acid. Lactic acid is one of the best medicine for even cough also, even COVID also. COVID, lactic acid, the body pain, severe body pain after influenza. Lactic acid is one of the best medicine. Even in fibromyalgia, you don't get you get only the symptoms of psychological symptoms, mental symptoms. Along with that, you can lactic acid is one of the best medicine. Even for COVID, body pain, prostration, like influenza prostrations after viral complaints. Lactic acid is one of the best medicine you can even think about in any ways. Okay, that I have not brought it here, but this is the one. Okay, another medicine which hardly we think about it is amparagracia in cough. Okay, asthmatic breathing with spasmodic cough. Spasmodic barking cough coming from the deep in the chest. Suitable for old age, overworked people, aggravation, music or loud noise. We may not get music because the people here, I don't know whether they don't try to music. I'm better. If you get it, it's one of the best. If you don't get it, also use these medicines. Spasmodic barking cough coming deep from the chest. Okay, suitable for old age. This is the location. This is the what we say constitution, or we say sphere of action, constitution of the patient. Okay, Emperor is asthmatic breathing. Alumen. I'm not talking about alumina. Alumen. Copious, ropey morning expectoration, old people. Again, expectoration of ropey, stingy, even just like chelidonium throws out the pieces of it. Kali bike, stringy. That is also one of the best medicines. Kali bike everyone uses, but I use 50-50 Kali bikes also. I use alumen also very frequently. So out of 100 cases, 20 to 30 or 40 cases in a month, we use alumen. copious, ropey, stingy, especially in the winter or monsoon climates. We get humid and the expectorations are very, mucus is little stingy and tough. Okay, morning expectoration in old people, concomitant constipation, alumen constipation if we have leukorrhea if it is in a females. So, alumen, the paralysis or weakness of the chest or chest muscles or lungs. Usually, it is that is why it is best for the old people. Lung, what I call constrictions and dilatations are very less because of the fibrosis. Think about these medicines. Okay, allium sativa, allium sativa. Along with that, allium sativa, you can think about this one. Our sandalwood, Oleum centale. Oleum centale is also one of the best medicines if you can get the medicines, but it's very expensive. 100 ml medicine is 8,000 rupees or 9,000 rupees. 100 ml tincture is 8 to 9,000 rupees. But we can make it. I have made sandalwood. I got it from one of my friend who was working in a sandalwood factory. We made it. Oil also I got it. We made it for the sandal, that piece of sandal. Okay. So I'm talking about allium sativa, cough in the morning, aggravation, leaving bedroom. Sensitive to cold. Leaving bedroom is from cozy place. If it's not easy, it's cozy place for us everyone. Once you go out, it might be humid, it may be difficult. So the change of the temperature. That is the one thing we can get. If we don't get it, change of the temperature also can be thought of, can be taken. One of the other best medicine is petroleum. Change of the climate from winter to this one. When you go out, pulsatilla, like mercury, or this one. Pulsatilla is also doctrine of signature. Okay, doctrine of signature, and it's this one. One of the best medicine you can think of. Compare all these medicines. Cough in the morning, sensitive to cold, rattling in the chest, adaptable to more of the meat eaters. Alien sativa, we used to think only of cholesterols, right? But one of the patient taught me, alien sativa, don't repeat it too much because it can also cause erectile dysfunction patients. Cholesterol, if you give alien sativa as a this one, tincture doses so frequently, that is the symptoms. That is the one complication. Don't repeat it frequently, alien sativa. It gives much, much, much better results in cholesterol, controls cholesterol, all that is there. But it has a side effects of this. If you repeat it at least 3 months or 4 months or 2 or 3, 4 months repeatedly. Okay. So once you use the cholesterol, change the medicines. You can give cholesterol, you can give alien sativa, you can give chelidonium, you can give calmac. Calmac is one of the best medicine for any SGPT, SGOT. You don't get anything like COVID. COVID, I used to get only this. They used to send me the lab reports, nothing else. Patient is in ICU. These are the lab reports. SGPT, SGOT, or the high to the 2000, all that high. You can bring back SGPT, SGOT in days. I'm not talking about weeks. In days, 1 or 2 or 3 days, you can bring all this with the calmer. I'm just adding up when it comes to my mind. Okay. So okay, cough. Another bronchitis. Next, the patient comes with the bronchitis, cough, everything. Viral bronchitis, the patient deteriorates. What happens is bronchitis and pneumonia, we can club it. It's both entirely different, but most of the symptoms are almost similar, and you can think about it. No, this one I'm not going into anatomies. Okay, anatomy anyone can read from any book. These are the my this one. Everyone knows antium tut, antium has bromium. Bromium is little more drier than the this one. Ipecac, you know. Rumex. Rumex is one of the best medicine for dry cough in the night. Sanguinaria nitricum. Sanguinaria nitricum. And Sampucus. Sampucus you can think about if the bronchitis along with bloating of the this one, bloating of the abdomen. Okay. So I'm going to not going to explain the common medicines. Common medicines which we use, you know, everyone. Senega again, Hippozianum again. I've told that Sticta is something which I have not explained it. Sticta has a ropey stingy and the pain in the chest. It Sticta most probably is rhododendron, and it can be compared even in the cases of what are called herpes, cough during herpes or pain with the herpes. Sticta is one of the best medicines. Kali bike, everyone you know, bronchitis, Kali bike, antium tut, antium sulfur, antimony sulfurosum. This one, okay, antimonium sulfuratum, sulfuratum oratum. That is also can be thought about it. Okay, this is another one. Stannum, Sculla, Sculla saponaria. Sculla, that is Sculla I'm talking about. Sculla saponaria is one of the best medicine. You can even, tendency of the cold can be stopped. First day, if you start with the Sculla saponaria, like aconite, it will stop the any cold getting into the chest. Same, phosphorus. See, influenza, phosphorus is one of the best medicine which can prevent getting into the bronchitis and bronchopneumonias and proper pneumonias. Okay, Amanca, back again. Balsarum perbum. We never think about these medicines. Okay, calcarea acetic. Again, that aceticum. It is a metal. So calcarea group, along with adding with aceticum. Again, parasis. Same bronchitis, cough. You can think about it. Dry cough. Calcarea group sometimes goes into the wet this one also, but uh, usually calcarea is not used into the when you treat acute, because calcarea has a deep acting symptoms. Usually we don't give this, but when it is added with the calcarea aceticum, it is one of the best medicine. Dry cough, plus you get the pneumonias on the lower sides. Think about it. Ammonium ammonium dorema. It's not ammonium carb. It's all comes in the ammonium. This one. Differentiation is the type of the cough. Ammonium dorema is little more. Ammonium carb is little to the what I call wet type. Ammonium dorema is, it is past wet, and pneumonia or bronchitis is settling down. Crips are more. Okay. So that brings this little more. Stannum, Baratamur. Baratamur is one of the best medicine for old age. Baratamur is also good medicine for this one. Or what is that? Our um, plagues, blocks. Baratamur is another best medicine for cough, old age. Baratamur is another best medicine for our ADHD. Barata and Barata group is also another best medicine for ADHD. Okay. Bronchial asthma. Theory. Sorry, I'm skipping little more. These are the common medicines we give it. Aurelia, Blata, and Cuprum aceticum. Cuprum aceticum, I explained it. And it goes into the chest. Cough starts from the epigastrium. Hydrocyanic acid. What does hydrocyanic acid do? It brings the bronchioles to the congestion. So what is our principle? Similia similibus currenter. When there is a congestion, use these medicines in higher potencies. Hydrocyanic acid is a poison. So little higher potencies, 30. You get the result. Congestion will be relieved. Once the patient is better, amyl nitrate is also another good medicine. Hydro Hydrocyanic acid is one of the best medicines. If you don't get anything in your hand, give this. It will relax and release the congestion, bronchitis, and bronchoconstrictions will be released. You can give it even in the case of cough. I am not saying this is a curative medicines. At times we will have to use. The patient has to be better in some kind of emergencies. If the kids comes with the emergencies, we don't get time to take the case in details. First is we have to put the patient on the bed, relax them, and give the medicine and give the result. In those cases, these medicines will help you out like anything. Ipecac, everyone knows. Sambucus, again the same. Asthma with bloating, this one. Grintalia, everyone knows. Lobelia. Lobelia is like it's like congestion, but in a you can even compare with pneumonia. Lobelia is one. The bronchitis and pneumonia, bronchial constrictions, lobelia in the old age. Wonderful medicines. Read. You will get a lot of explanations on lobelia. Lobelia, Pix liquida, lorocerosis. Lorocerosis is another one of the best medicines. Okay. These are the medicines commonly used, and this one is then arsenic alb, everyone knows it. Kali Kab. What are the medicines can be through? And periodic asthma. These are the symptoms we get it. Patient will come if it's a chronic case. The patient or parents will come and tell you, I get 15 days, I get this, I get that. I get on particular day, weekly repetitions. You get periodic asthma. Syncona. Syncona is one of the best medicines. You know everyone does. What is Syncona periodicity? So you get the Syncona in periodic complaints of asthma also. Cedron. Cedron is one of the best medicine for periodic complaints. Asthma after fever. Every fever gets into asthma. Eryodictone. Cough after fever. Eryodictone is one of the best. Antimptad has the same symptom. Constriction on the throat. Asthma with constriction on the throat. Hydrocyanic acid. And muscus. Muscus, what is the muscus? It has a stickiness in the throat. Okay, constriction of with asthma with the total constriction of the throat. Muscus is also one of the best medicine. Hydrocyanic acid. Okay, asthma with gastric derangement. Lobelia, gingiber, and antimicrobe. Gingiber is one of the best medicines. Okay, gingiber is very easy for you to make it at our own clinic. Okay, antimicrobe, gastric derangement, asthma with gastric derangement, the concomitant is gastric derangement, anti-improved. And anti-improved, if you get the other symptoms of coating in this, acid pickles, everything, then you're too good. Okay? Asthma with hemorrhoids. Pothos is one of the best medicines. With pothos, juncus. Juncus is another one medicine with asthma with hemorrhoids. Okay. Aggravation at lying down. Grintalia is there, Sambucus is there, Drosera is there, a lot of other medicines. Grintalia and Sambucus, if there is a gastric problem or bloating with as lycopodium, we read the book. Sambucus is one of the best medicine for bloating with lying down aggravation also. So lying down aggravation with cough, lying down aggravation, this one. Asthma, if the food indigestion is there, Nexomica is the medicine, the best medicines. Dust aggravation, Ipecac is also one of the best medicines. Pothos, histamine, we have a lot of medicine. Histamine is there, naphthalene is there. I'll come up with that when we talk about the this one. Is our time ready, or can I start continue? Okay, okay. Dust from falling asleep.
Just speak it slow. We can continue.
For 5 more minutes. Okay. Lacus is one of the best medicine for falling asleep. Asthma from falling asleep. Merc rubrum. That is also one of the best medicine for falling asleep. If the asthma starts with, that is why causation is important. Causation, location, sensation, causation, AF, ailments from. If you get the ailments from, in very strong ailment from, this becomes a PQRS. From strong odors, sanguinary is one of the best medicines. We have sepia also, and all other medicines, but the sanguinary counts more into my experience. Sitting up amelioration, pulsatilla. Arsenic alb is there, everything is there. Pulsatilla is one of the best medicine. You can even think about it. Okay, sitting up aggravation. Amelioration. Sitting up or going into the open space or just standing next to the windows. Pneumonia. Pneumonia back again. Okay, that is bronchitis and pneumonia. I'm just going straight away to the medicines. Start with the pneumocockin. This one is if you have diagnosed with pneumonia or the patient comes with pneumonia, if you diagnose it, immediately we start with the called pneumocockin. Okay, pneumocockin is one of the best medicine. Again, Senega, and my best take is phosphorus. Cox lymph is also one of the best medicine. Same pneumonia symptoms. Cox lymph, you get it as a pneumocockin product. So you can give it in 30 potency to give the best results. Okay. Antim-tart, everyone knows. Bryonia, again the pneumonia and fibrosis. Okay, on the lower side. Hypoxia, I have to explain it to you. Plumbum met. Plumbum met is one of the best medicine if you have a fibrosis. Okay, Kali Kab, you know that. Okay, I'm not explaining about the common medicines. Common medicines can be everyone prescribes. These three medicines you can any time think about it. Cox lymph. Okay, give it 30. Senega is one of the best medicine for this one. Why I'm telling you Senega is because my COVID experience. I can show the pictures of the COVID patients. It is beautiful. Okay, plumbum met again. Plumbum met. What is the plumbum met? Son is this what I call plumbum met has got paralysis one, and the plumbum met is like a wood-like. That is explained everywhere. So wood-like or fibrosed or fibrosis, getting into the fibrosis, think about plumbum met. Along with the febrile, you get the classic symptoms or PQRS symptoms. These are the medicines you can 100% rely on it. Okay, I think this could be the last one for today. Aphonia. Common cases which comes into your clinic regularly, even after a fever or anything of that sort. Okay. Tickly smartness as from cobwebs, bromium, cobweb causes coming from overheated. Overheated, you go out in the sun and comes into the room and you drink some cold water or anything other. If it is not that also, if you come from the hot or come to the room overheated, bromium is one of the best medicine. Even can be thought about in cases of aphonia. Epitorium perforatum, perfolium. Cough with soreness in the chest, aggravation lying down. Aphonia, aggravation in the lying down with the cough. Sampucus nigra, again causes in children with mucus and larynx, suffocates at the midnight. Patient gets up in the midnight. If that is applicable to arsenical, kalikab, all midnight medicines. But this is Sampucus, you know that rattling. Sampucus is when we thought about tertiary syphilis or snuffles in the this one. And if you get a case of snuffles, start the medicine with 30 or syphilinum 30. Syphilinum 30. Start with syphilinum is one of the best medicines in the cases of snuffles. Why is snuffles is one of the implication of tertiary syphilis? That is what the books have told you. That is what the even the pathology books have given you, or the Shah of the gynecology has told you. This is the tertiary syphilis. Snuffles is the expression of tertiary syphilis. So syphilinum is one of the best medicines, along with Sampucus. Sampucus also get this. Hepasulf is another medicine for snuffles. Okay. Think about it. Aphonia, selenium. Selenium has nerve actions. So the nerve action of the selenium is can be utilized here. Selenium. Okay. Parasis with that gland in the pharynx. Parasis, because of the gland in the pharynx, this larynx and pharynx get this one, and the parasis of not the paralysis is the pharynx. It's just a weakness that also can be thought about in selenium. Argentum metallicum, you know that's a common medicine we all give. Argentum nitricum, argentum metallicum, ammonium causticum. Causticum, you know that it is one of the best medicine. Ammonium is add into it. The symptoms are different. Ammonium symptoms, you get throat pains, and causticum if there is a weakness or paralysis in the larynx. Ammonium again, Menganum aceticum. Menganum aceticum is also one of the best medicine for this one. Menganum aceticum is also very good for the skin complaints. Okay. So, should we continue or can we stop? Or I'll just close this. I just wanted to show that cases are treated
Yes,
with
yes,
Femega.
we can have a second session in the next week itself, so that we can complete the respiratory
Okay, sir.
disorders.
Okay, sir.
Anyway, okay. Thank you, Dr. Sadat Seth, for coming over here and delivering a wonderful session. And we really like to see you back with a bang, as we say. The respiratory system is one of the area where homeopathy, most of the doctors may trouble a little bit to move whenever there is a case of pneumonia coming over. And sometimes you may find it some obstacles in between. And sometimes the patient may leave us and they may they may require some kind of hospitalization. Even on those conditions, we were able to bring back, as you just told, we have lot of recoveries during the time of COVID. Most of the doctors have patients in other IC hospitals, but still we were able to give medicines on that way also. Anyway, it's really an excellent session. I am inviting Dr. Ambaresh since the time, no much of time remaining, there is no time for discussion. I'm inviting Dr. Rambaresh to say vote of thanks as well as your comment on this session also.
Thank you, Dhanesh ji, and everyone. Namaskar or congratulations, Dr. Sadat Seth sir. Very nice, excellent session. But prevention of cough and cold in children age. There are many kinds, and this the cough and cold a lot of medicine. But Children prevention cuprum metallicum is a very good remedy. Corellium rubrum is a very good remedy. Asafoetida and जमाइन, हिंदी में उसको जमाइन कहा था, बच्चों को गले में पहनाया जाता था। इस सब को कॉम्बिनेशन कर तो कोल्ड एंड कफ से बचाओ। तो वेरी वेरी थैंक्स डॉक्टर सदत सेठ सर, behalf of IFPH whole team, very thanks again presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ramble, sir, Dr. Sadat Said, and those who attend the session. Tomorrow we will have a session from Assistant Professor Dr. Pavitra Gaur, and she will be talking about the understanding the lag group through segments and cycles. With that, we come to the end of the day 1821. Thank you all. Good night.